Welcome back, everyone. You do that really well, Joe. Okay.
Thank you, Jesse.
The gestures, the whole nine yards. Private joke there. Hey, in case you don't know, there are 22,000 high schools across the country. And every year, the Washington Post picks just 10% of those schools and recognizes them as being America's most challenging high schools. Well, guess what? For 3 years in a row, right here in our community, Ballston Spa High School has earned that honor. And joining me today is a frequent guest here, somebody that I know personally and can tell you it's because of this guy. This is Joe Dragone, who's the superintendent of the Ballston Spa School Systems. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you, Jesse. Always a pleasure.
Yeah,
Great to be back.
It's always our pleasure.
Thank you.
It was funny, I was talking about Ballston Spa School System this morning, and in trying to talk about your approach and why you earn awards like this is that you've really nailed the art of education. And I just never put those words together like that. And it's really true. You know, the things that we work on together with Tech Smart and Tech Talks, the program that we do together, and all of the interesting things that you do there really adds up to the fact that you are one of the more challenging high schools in the country. Now, that has to do with the opportunities.
Right.
Tell me a bit about it. Tell me about your focus in that area.
Yeah, great. Well, the Washington Post, this is our third year, so it's really been a privilege. It's a tribute to the staff, and it's a tribute to the team on the ground, and it's about access and opportunity. And what's nice about this list, there's so many lists for everything, especially in education. Everything's ranked, everything's a list. It goes on and on. But the Washington Post, a few years back, started recognizing schools for providing the best access and opportunity, again, to the most advanced coursework, either an advanced placement or a National Baccalaureate. How many kids are enrolling, how many kids are taking exams, and really participating in these programs that propel kids to higher education. So we have an open door policy for being able to participate for kids in these programs, and that really helps leverage opportunity. So we like to say that it's about access, providing access for those kids, and being able to do that and participating in that coursework. Strength of transcript is so important when it comes to college applications, and when you're in this coursework, you can have that opportunity. So it's something that we're really proud of, and it's a tribute to the staff.
Yeah, Joe, and it's also a sense of discovery. I know from the work that we do together with Tech Smart and the kids over at the campus there, and it's access. By access, you mean it isn't just the ability to access it. It means that it's open for everyone. So it doesn't make any difference what grade they're in. It doesn't make any difference what the income level is. It doesn't make any difference about anything.
Exactly.
I watched this firsthand, that its access is the ability to say, you're thinking about this, you want to discover something, you want to explore something. This is the time in your life when you're first going to be aware of maybe the kinds of things that you're going to want to pursue for the rest of your life.
Right.
So here it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And our counselors do such a great job with the kids and the families when they're sitting down talking about the opportunities that we offer. And the child and the students reflect on things, and the parents say, well, maybe this is something you want to try. Or, the counselor's saying, you've really done well in these things. Why don't take a shot? Take a shot at an AP course. Take a shot at AP U.S. History.
That's right.
I've always liked U.S. History. Well, go down that road. And this can help lead you to somewhere else when you get done with your time in Ballston Spa. So the counselors working with the families and the work that they do with all the kids really opens the doors. So again, it's just a tribute to the folks in the trenches, so to speak, getting the work done every day on behalf of the kids.
Oh, you know what, Joe? Let's face it. It's one-on-one. It really is when you come down to it. It's one thing to stand, to look at it just in a traditional sense, right? So a teacher stands in front of the room, takes it, the kids take notes, they take an exam or whatever. But being in the trenches with the kids, that's
absolutely.
where you discover more about them, they discover more about you, trust is built, and all of those sort of things that really add up, in my mind, to the art of education.
Agreed.
Hey, talking about Tech Smart, we've got graduation coming up.
We do, right around the corner. It's hard to believe we're already in May, and really 6 weeks away we'll be graduating our next class. So
I can't believe it. Last year we covered the graduation extensively, and we had gotten to know a lot of the kids over the course of the year doing the program with them. And just to see the sense of pride that they had, that you had, that all the teachers had, was really something. And you get a lot of community support. Carrie Werner spoke last year.
Yes, she'll be back again.
Oh, will she? Okay.
This year from our Assemblywoman from the New York 113th, great supporter of our program, education, holistically, but she really has gone to bat on more than one occasion for our district and for the program at TechSmart. Tom Caulfield's going to join us. He's the Vice President and General Manager, Global Foundries. Talk to kids about opportunities, that lie ahead after they finish a technical degree at Hudson Valley. Go right into the workplace over there. Mike Hickey is going to join us as well. He's the Chief of Staff at Siena College and former President of the Center for Economic Growth. We have students that receive an $8,000 scholarship from Siena. They complete our program and go on there. So Mike's going to hand out scholarships for that. And we have the Vice Chancellor from SUNY, Johanna Duncan-Poitier, is going to join us as well. Great friend, really the catalyst behind starting early college high school programs about 5 years ago. So long history with SUNY and her office, and she's been a champion of this work, and we're thrilled to have her with us at graduation to say a few words.
And I'm going to throw you under the bus here for a second, though. But Joe is really quite an accomplished musician. And each year when the jazz club performs at the high school, who's that old guy that they get on stage? Gets on stage.
I used to have a lot more hair when those opportunities came, but it's nice. March is Music in Our Schools Month, and obviously I'm a huge proponent of the arts and all the opportunities. We have so many opportunities for our kids in that as well. And the jazz band invites me to sit in, so it's a privilege for the kids to share their stand one night for an old bald guy to have a little fun. So it's a lot of fun.
You're not wearing any Beatle wigs or anything? Beatles, some of you don't know who they are, but so that's an opportunity where the teacher becomes a student.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It certainly is.
I bet some of those kids can play their what off.
Very talented group of kids, whether it's our middle school musical, I say hands down is just top notch. They go through that program, and we have opportunities across the board in all the performing arts and drama and all the visual arts. Actually, this weekend, if folks are in town, the first weekend of May, we have First Friday in Ballston Spa. Speaking of visual arts, our AP art students, speaking of AP and advanced coursework, they have an art show at the Strolling Artists Museum downtown. We have our IB students have a display at Brookside Museum. We have 8th grade art students have a display at the Bottle Museum, and there's artwork up in all of the stores in the village. So it's just a real nice celebration of visual arts, too, that we're going to have throughout the community.
So what are you going to do this summer?
This summer?
Yeah.
What we keep on doing, Jesse. It's funny. As we keep going, we take a pause for the cause, as we say, especially graduation, really reflect and enjoy on what we've accomplished and, most importantly, what the kids can see for themselves going forward and supporting that work. But we have our summer bridge programs. We have to continue to expand in bridge programs. We're launching 18 new courses at our high school aligned with Schenectady County Community College for college credit in the fall. Wow. So we have a lot of curricular work to do as well, and we're finishing up our facilities renovations. We're at the last stage now with $58 million in facility renovations, including a bus loop and access to our buildings over on Route 67. So it's going to be busy. It's always busy, especially as we gear up for September. But we're really have done so much work over time building the programs, and just to see the implementation and really allowing the kids to take advantage of all the opportunities we offer. It's great. It's really great. It's a privilege to serve. It really is.
Well, it's a privilege to have somebody like you involved in education.
Well,
I'll
thank
tell
you.
you that it really becomes part of the fiber of the community, Let's face
it really
that's
is.
the future and all that stuff. Some of it sounds a little cliched, I know, but man, in this case, it is not. You really you're really in the trenches.
Great, thank you.
All right, Joe, it's great to see you as always.
A pleasure. Thank you for having me in.
Congratulations again, third year, winning that,
Yes.
and all the things that you're doing.
Great, thanks so much, Jesse.
You're welcome. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.